Good evening, viewer at home. It's a beautiful Monday, and you are super welcome to today's episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yes, it's Amma Bimpuma, and today I'm sitting in for Miss Helen Asante, who is a little under the weather, but you see her next time anyway. The good news is I'm here with the usual queens, Efia and Helen, who will be giving us their respective perspectives on the issues we'll be discussing today. And another good news is you can join us by calling in or sending your message so we can read them for you. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. And it's Efia here playing the good.
Good girl.
Which I'm not too sure.
I'm loving the good. Oh. I'm loving the good seats. Really, I am.
No, but it doesn't suit
calling
you.
and asking, are you a Christian?
I won't mind them.
She is.
I am.
So how was your weekend?
It was okay. I had a wedding.
Yes, I saw it.
Yes.
I saw the pictures.
So, by my good friend got married. Congratulations.
No, our good friend.
Florence. Yeah.
Our good
She's Armin's friend too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By
Congrats
force.
to
She
her.
she couldn't go.
Okay.
I went.
Congrats to her.
Yeah.
You're wishing her everything.
So Nana
Good in marriage.
Kunedu
Yes,
Ajiman.
darling.
How are you?
I'm fine, baby.
It's
been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know you guys miss me.
Yes, we miss you.
Even when I call into the show, they don't pick my calls. I don't know
We
why.
miss the troublesome mama.
But we have interesting stories
Yeah.
today. And moving straight to the Daily Graphic. On the front page, there's a beautiful picture of the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And this time he's not in a yellow, smock.
The
In
white.
a very white, not
Big
even off-white, with some elders. He decided to join the people of Dabon, to mark the Damba festival after 17-year break. But we are focusing on strengthening basic education to prepare children adequately. And this is from Professor Ade. The story can be found on page 16. Let me read a little bit of it. So the chairman of the National Development Planning Commission, Professor Stephen Adai, has called for the strengthening of basic education to adequately prepare children for further studies. He said quality education at the basic level was vital to the success of children's educational career. Now, he also added this, that for the free senior secondary school policy to be very successful, there must be an improvement in basic education. Wow. Okay.
You see, I like the fact that the professor was called to talk on a broad theme. It was a broad theme.
Yeah.
And he started with education. It's a sign that we all believe in education.
Because obviously the theme reads Ghana's development history and current agenda. So if we are talking about development, there's no way we can leave education behind.
Yes. So education and the fact that he talked about what we need to do in this country, because we are all thinking about free SHS. We talk about it every now and then. It's become a household topic, let's say.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about the free SHS. But trust me, I agree with him on the fact that if the basic is not strengthened, then we are actually building on nothing. Because, okay, the SHS is free. What about the basic education? What happens to it? So in as much as we are all talking about
It's
free,
equally free.
it's
For
equally
yeah,
free
for government institutions.
institutions. But there's a situation whereby with the private, and most especially there are a lot of private basics than private SHS. You get it?
Yes.
So people actually think more about, because the majority of the people actually go to the private basic schools, but at the end of the day, you see them in the government, you see them in the GAs and the at these schools, and you
second
see
cycle schools.
exactly.
Okay.
So the whole idea of let's strengthen the basic is just like building. When you are building and you don't strengthen the foundation, how does the when you get to, let's say, roofing,
Okay, so
does it become firm?
It looks like his concentration is really on the quality of education at the basic level.
and he went ahead to say that as we are talking about the teachers, we are trying to, he said we should empower teachers, we should give them some incentives so that it motivates them to
Give off their
teach
best.
them and
Okay.
teach them well. In as much as we are talking about these teachers, we shouldn't only talk about they teaching the kids. We should think about training these teachers well. That is where I come back to the fact that I strongly agree that all teachers should actually sit down and register and write these exams and have the licensure before they can teach.
Okay.
That way we know we are bringing out good, educated,
Okay.
competent teachers.
So the question I was driving at is that his concern is about the quality of education at the basic level. Now, is the system that GE is running now, is it not preparing these children enough for further studies or for higher learning?
Well, he can only enforce, even if it's good enough, even if we take it as a very good system, or it's okay. Even if
There
we
should be room
agree
for improvement.
exactly, we should always think of improving upon it, and it's okay for any professor or anybody to be given the floor, the advantage to talk to people, and the person decides to talk about these things, because for the development of every country we need education. Just even if everybody can't get the tertiary, at least the basic is very, very important. That way you can deal with people on a level that they can understand where you're coming from.
Okay. So, Nana Kunedu,
My dear,
I-
before
I-
I move to the actual topic we are doing today, the Dagbon thing you were talking about, I
Yes.
saw one post of the gentleman of the land saying, for the past 30 years. I mean, they are the same people who come and say, do not politicize everything, but he is. It's 17 years and he goes to say it's 30 years.
Please
anyway.
go
That is
back
it.
to what we are talking about. We are
Anyway,
just trying to
so-
be ugly,
no,
unnecessary.
no,
we
anyway.
will add this discussion to the Togo Afedes issue. Anyway.
Exactly. Thank you.
My question here is that professor seemed to, say that the free SHS or the success of the free SHS is dependent on the, adequate preparation of
Of
these
the-
children.
the basic
I don't know how to
education.
marry the two.
Myself, I do not.
I don't know. So if you can, show me the correlation here.
Myself, I'm
Because
telling
I
you,
think
do
that
not, but
if we
anyway.
have an issue with quality, then we should have a national discussion about the quality of basic education.
Exactly. I have a
It
point
doesn't
on
matter
that.
whether it is free at the
Or not.
SHS level or is fee paying.
Okay. Now, I would want to know why, or I would want to say that the chairman, Mr. Ade, is that the name? I got it
Professor
correctly.
Ade,
Yes. The man is asking us to do a lot of things, though. Not just basic education to free SHS. He's asking us to do a lot of things. And I thought what's the name? The commission, a planning commission. Yes, the planning commission. They need to sit down, brainstorm, come out with new ideas, fresh ideas, and for the development of the country, and then see the way forward to it.
Okay, so they should
understand?
they should prescribe solutions.
Yes, exactly.
To
You
the
can't just
national
come and
issues we are
stand and
discussing.
tell us to do this and this and that. So how's it should be a group of people. And a commission, it should be a group.
I
You
feel
should
like
sit.
it's a communication to us.
a
What they have
communication.
been,
What-
what they have been working on.
what is the way forward? What is the plan? That is the question. And I thought if you bring great initiatives like the free SHS and quotes that they are saying, you should consider all these things. You should know that, okay, to get free SHS going booming right, you need to start from the ground. You can't just wake up and build. Your foundations need to be correct. Am I telling lies? Day in, day out, they are coming out with new policies. And when it comes to implementation of these policies, there's a problem.
You have a point there.
It's a problem. So this man, I suggest he should go back, sit down with his people, I don't want to say think again. It might seem I am telling him he's useless or senseless.
No, he's not. Because I think that the committee solely is to, come up with policy direction.
Okay.
And that's what exactly,
You can't,
that's what they're doing.
Yes.
So
but you
it
can't
is
come out
left
with a
with the
policy.
implementers.
Exactly. You can't come out with a
And
policy
that is out of
without,
his jurisdiction.
But you should have a plan for it.
He does.
How do you know he does? That is the question. Why are you laughing? How do you know? That, and then if you say something about it, that is why I was on the point that teachers should go and get sit for the exams and get license. We have some of these teachers
the quality
who
of
do not.
teachers
I
are
know.
also
I am
expensive.
not disputing that.
Yeah.
But we have teachers whose salary it's higher than others, and these teachers, you sat with them and you said you are going to come, and then you all negotiate on the price to pay, and you go and then you come with a price of your own. Come on, you treat these teachers like they are nothing. But for a politician to become a politician, he or she needs to pass through a teacher. So we have to consider all these factors, my dear.
Okay.
You see,
So
he touched on attitudinal change.
I was coming to that.
There are two things that really helps a country to move forward. Even those other countries, we attained independence with them around the same time. Because of these two things, they've been able to move forward.
Okay.
We need to stay focused. We need attitudinal change. And that wouldn't come from, that wouldn't come from the government. That wouldn't come from anybody. It comes from all of us. It's the discipline, the attitude of Ghanaians. If we don't change our attitudes towards everything, we are going to be stuck and we will be there forever.
Then they should hold on to
You get
this
it?
so
So these teachers,
and speak to Ghanaians to get a
in
good
as
attitude
much
before
as
they
we
come
are
in.
telling-
I'll come to you.
I mean,
in as much as we are telling teachers to supervise these kids, train them well, we need to do our bits in the homes, in the society, everywhere. We need this attitudinal change because that and education,
Okay.
they come together. They work.
Okay,
You
what
can
about
push trillions.
monitoring and evaluation, supervision of these teachers?
But that still comes to attitudinal change. We need to monitor them, yes, because if you don't monitor them, even with every human being, at every point in time, everybody needs to be monitored.
Right.
So these teachers need to be monitored to give the kids the best. You get it? But as you are being monitored, you can't be reluctant and stay like relaxed and say, okay, I'm being checked, so I'll do as it is and just get it done and over with.
Amma,
You need to change.
with all these big English, if you are speaking, they need to be monetized. They need to evaluation and what. Look, supervision. I beg your pardon. Supervision. They will start. Amma, it's a fierce point. It's good. I'm not disputing that. But they will start today. Look, it's like she said, typical attitude of a Ghanaian. You start something today, the next time you stop doing it. And these
don't we
supervisors, don't we change?
Yeah.
It has to start from the top. How?
It can also start from the bottom. We can
It
walk
can
and
start
chew
from
at the same
anywhere.
time. Yeah.
Everybody
Okay.
can decide to be
So-
a subject of change, an object of
Right.
change.
Wow.
You get
Wow.
it? We can decide to push
Wow.
trillions into this education and everything
Wow.
in all these areas. But trust me, if we don't do the right thing, we are just wasting our time.
Then we are wasting
We don't
our
push
time,
these
'cause
dials
Like I said earlier,
in these two areas.
they just bring out policies. This adage that's a jack of all trades, masters to none or something.
Yeah.
They just bring policies, and today we hear of this, tomorrow we hear of this policy. They are not implementing it. What do they want us to do?
Okay. Okay. So there are 4 key things that Professor Day wants Ghanaians to note. That if we can achieve sustainable, natural or national development, we need to improve in the material welfare of the people. 2, social cohesion. 3, cultural development. And 4, a change in our attitudes and behaviors as Ghanaians. And I couldn't have agreed with him more. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Are you expecting money from your relations abroad? Have you ever been defrauded of your money remittance? Open an ADB account today. Send your name and your account number to your relations abroad. Ask them to use MoneyGram direct to account service and receive your money in your account in minutes. With MoneyGram direct to account service, there's no PIN code wahala. You can now access your money on all ATMs in Ghana or send it to any mobile money wallet using ADB mobile banking app or shortcode *767#. Visit our branches nationwide to conveniently receive your Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Unitylink, Transfast, and Express Money Transfers. Reach us on our Facebook, website, or call our hotline on 0302 210 210 for more information. ADB, truly agri and more.
Finally, a morning show that keeps you updated with all the happenings both around you and everywhere.
Rush Hour.
Wake up to a beautiful morning experience every weekday morning from 7 to 9 a.m.
You are welcome back. And moving straight to the Ghanaian Times on the front page, Catholic bishops kick against CSE and calls on government to stop future reintroduction into education curriculum. Reading a little bit of the story, the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference has called on the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to take concrete steps to prevent future reintroduction of the comprehensive sexuality education in any form in Ghana's education curriculum. According to the conference, Ghana already has an acceptable sex education in the educational system, which was responsive to Ghanaian culture and moral values. Okay, let me add a little bit of it. Now, adding to it, they say they do not want anything, or the government should make his point very clear that to stop some of the persons or groups from propagating lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transsexuals, and queers. That's LGBT. It looks as if a section of Ghanaians and sadly some stakeholders do not still understand this comprehensive sexuality education.
Well, the usual me would say this thing is dead and gone. Why are we talking about it again?
Because the president somewhere about 2 months ago made a statement that
he's done with it. He's no more going to accept it anyway. But let's just say, well, it's true that there's a curriculum in there's currently something like that in our school curriculum. You get it? And that they talk about they educate the kids on sexuality. But this one was a bit too deep.
Elaborated.
Yes, it was just too much for the kids, and especially when it includes gayism, lesbianism, and all that.
No, so all we saw, or all Ghana GS put out, was just a guideline. Well, we never saw the content.
But eventually, the president came out to say that he's not accepting it. It means
because of
there's an into to the whole thing.
Then it means there was something that even if it came out,
could have also led to
he could have been firm on that and say, you know what, there is nothing extraordinary or there is nothing against our culture that is coming out here. Wait till it comes out. The moment he rejected the thing, the moment he came out to say, you know what, I'm not accepting it because it's against our culture, then it means there was something in it that was really against our culture. You've given the majority the power.
Those were not the words of the president.
No, but he said he's not accepting it. But if your people, the ministers bring out something and say, you know, we are bringing this thing out, and you come out to say no, then it means you've given those people talking the upper hand.
He needed to calm everybody down.
But he still didn't. He could have been firm and say, you know what, wait. Let it come out first before you make all these noise. Let me prove to you that I'm a president who knows the culture and wouldn't bring anything against our culture. So this is what is coming out. But you just go like, you know what, no. It means every other thing people were saying, you give the impression that, okay, maybe there was something like that in it.
What is maybe? He has seen it.
So
And he knows it's
then,
not-
let me just come back to what I was saying. So I agree with the bishop that he shouldn't reintroduce this
But
thing
why are
back.
they thinking like that?
Well, just for future, because we don't know what he might bring again. Well, he has the platform. He wants to talk about this. Maybe he's really been wanting to talk about it, but there's never been a platform like that.
He's a Ghanaian,
So
he
he's
always
just
waits
wants to
get an opportunity
talk
when it
about
comes
it.
to
And
you
for the
anything at all.
first time, I don't know about you, but for the first time, a bishop is talking about this thing and not really condemning homosexuality. He went
Because he's a
ahead to
Catholic
say,
priest.
What you ask?
why are they homosexuals?
Please make your point then.
You-
Ama,
yeah, land.
do and come to
So
me.
for
Land
once,
from your sky.
somebody we know, okay, it's God's PA, as I
figure,
call them,
yeah.
God's PAs. They are all, and
The
he's not
pastors
even
are all God.
condemning homosexuality and gayism, but he goes like, we agree that some people's orientation are like that. So let's try to help them to change or to become better. That was a statement.
Okay.
So for once, I think people are actually becoming tolerant. You get it? Embracing
And then
what...
the guideline talks about tolerance. And even in this country, we preach religious tolerance, where if somebody is a Muslim and you are a Christian,
Doesn't mean
it doesn't mean pick a stone and hit the
Right.
head, because we have different, moral
Religions.
beliefs, religious
Exactly.
beliefs.
But it gets to a point where Christians begin to feel more important than the others.
Yes.
So
Same
this
like
one, it was
Muslims.
so broad. He made it look like he talked about, you know what, let's embrace everything. Let's work towards it. Let's make them better people. But we are not going to accept that in our curriculum.
Look,
We hear you.
there's a chi saying that unto and you na bet will be bad on you. As in you can't- exactly. Thank you. Obi nchira akrenya me. As engineer me to me kai anyway shame on me. Look, this
So why from
Catholic
that
bishops, they should. I don't want to speak Ga. Like I don't want when I was. I'm a JJ. They should take their case away. What is their problem? Who has they heard? Have they heard anywhere that
Exactly,
they are going
that's
to
my
reintroduce
point.
this thing? Some time ago, not too long, I heard of some Catholics and nuns, Catholic Roman fathers being denounced.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are doing to the nuns? They are impregnating them. You are looking at my
Yeah,
face.
they know.
Yes, they know themselves. They are impregnating them.
But it looks like, okay, some Ghanaians are just afraid. There's this fear somewhere.
That it might pop up
anytime they hear LGBT, there's this fear.
You know.
What is causing it?
You know, when it comes to Ghanaian cultures, it's not part of us, and we have made it look
So we shouldn't
evil.
talk about it. Even
We have
though
made it
we
look
know
evil.
within our community.
Some people do it, but you don't. Yes, you don't make it
up.
obvious. If you make it obvious, you'll be killed. You understand? So they are doing it, but to these bishops, they should let us sleep. Nobody says he or she is going to reintroduce anything. If they don't have anything to talk about, they should go back, sit their bishops and nuns that are doing things they think we do not know, but we actually know. They should advise them and stop reintroducing of LGBT
but
and whatnot.
do you think that Ghanaians will accept this whole
The LGBT
comprehensive
Oh, no, not at all.
sexuality education
Not at all, never.
when the content had been developed to have that moral fabric
You
of our
have
culture?
no idea of my Ghanaian brothers, and they would not.
Or we should change the title of it.
They will not. By all means, there will be
don't
someone
think-
who will come out and speak about. If they change their name, there will be someone who will come and say something about it.
You see,
they won't accept it.
What you are not seeing is the fact that we have a culture. We have the way
It's part of us.
we were brought up.
Our social
see,
orientation.
yes. You see, you go out there. Maybe you go to the foreign land.
And it's normal.
Somebody is wearing bikini, walking about, and it's very okay.
Yeah.
But you can't do that around here. Why? And people will go like, when you go out there, you do it.
Why?
Yes, you
Because
are
the people
out there.
looking at you cannot control themselves.
Because the majority of those people out there accept that.
Yeah,
They
it's-
were
it's-
brought
it's
up
them.
like that.
That is them.
When they give birth to you, when you're a baby It's something they groom you with.
To feel
But
free.
this is a situation whereby in our part of the world, the moment they
You
give birth
expose-
to you, they groom you with the fact that they groom you with indoctrination.
And how long should that
You get
continue?
it. So we don't. There are certain things. No matter how hard you try, you can go to America. You
It's-
can go anywhere you want to go. But
it's
when you come back
entrenched.
to Ghana, you have to behave like a Ghanaian. Because you are in this country with Ghanaian, you are not in Ghana with Americans. So you don't expect
And that is where the
We
problem
are in
comes
a global
in.
world.
Exactly.
Please.
That is when
we are in a global
That is
world.
when the problem
And
comes
if-
in.
Nope.
No,
It's
if you
it's
need
worrying.
to,
Then
you
you
need
someone
to
start
teach.
some.
Then you should
No,
start
we're not gonna do it.
wearing
I'll come
winter
to you.
boots here.
No, you need to teach your children what is out there
You,
and
you
tell
just
them whether
need to-
it's good or bad.
But
You just
personally,
you
cannot
but
refuse
that
not to
is
talk
even-
about it.
But that is even a personal choice for parents.
Amma, I
A
always say
teacher
this
doesn't
thing
have
that
the right to
if you had your
impose
stuff, you
that
had
on
your take
any
it.
child.
Thank you.
When I bring my child to school, you don't
Okay,
have that right.
okay.
Let me do that in my
Calm
home.
down. Okay, thank you. Yeah, she had her
you have
take.
your time.
Yes, look, I always say this thing that our parents, they always try to live their lives through us.
Through us, yeah.
Yes, because she couldn't do this, she couldn't do that, or she did this wrongfully. She wants to correct it through you, and it's not right. That is where we have all these the youth going wayward. Because you don't actually teach them, like he said, what's on the ground, what's in the world. But culture, and my great-grandfather,
And
one father
what we
did
are
this,
missing is
and
culture is
exactly.
not ignorance.
Yes,
Culture is not
it's
ignorance.
not.
The fact that you are refusing to talk about certain things,
You see?
you know,
By all
with your
means,
child,
one way or the other, he or
Thank
she
you.
will get to know about it.
You see, we are in a world whereby the majority is against it. So we stick to it. The minority will never, ever win. The majority, that's my third point. If you are bringing in as a president or as any leader, if you are bringing in something and the majority of the people say no, you can't win. You would have to let it go. No matter
he
how
or she wants
right
votes.
you think, not he or she
He or
wants
she
the
wants-
vote,
yeah, but
but
what
you are
again?
you are not on an island.
It is votes.
You are
If
not
you
on
want,
an
I say, what are you
island.
talking about? It is votes the person
No,
wants.
no.
So if majority is saying no,
But if
Would
you
you go
bring
for it?
it
Because
and
you'll
the
be voted
majority
out.
say, I'm not teaching my child, I'm not allowing my child, you can't force that parent.
that's okay. People
You
are doing
cannot force that
homeschooling.
parent.
That's enough.
Yes. So I would rather keep my child at home and teach my child
No,
what
but
I want
we
my
should
child to
learn
learn.
to tolerate others.
that is the problem.
And some
we
of
have
these
here.
issues are even hormonal
That is-
issues.
That is
Yeah,
what
exactly.
the
You
bishop
said it.
said. That's why I agree with the bishop
Okay.
that he's not condemning anybody.
So-
they have that, so we should help them, monitor them,
Thank
try
you.
to
The
put them
bishop
on their
should-
right path.
Thank
Go
you,
and
both
speak
of
to-
you. But my take is that a broad national dialogue of relevant stakeholders, you know, is needed to find the best way forward for Ghana. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Not to come and talk about you introducing of something we've forgotten about. You didn't hear that.
Are you expecting money from your relations abroad? Have you ever been defrauded of your money remittance? Open an ADB account today. Send your name and your account number to your relations abroad. Ask them to use MoneyGram direct to account service and receive your money in your account in minutes. With MoneyGram direct to account service, there's no PIN code wahala. You can now access your money on all ATMs in Ghana or send it to any mobile money wallet using ADB mobile banking app or shortcode *767#. Visit our branches nationwide to conveniently receive your Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Unitylink, Transfast, and Express Money transfers. Reach us on our Facebook, website, or call our hotline on 0302 210 210 for more information. ADB, truly agri and more.
Okay, lovely people. It's still the good, the bad, and the ugly. And moving straight to the daily guide. On the front page, there's a beautiful picture of the President Akufo-Addo greeting Jack Ma and Ban Ki-moon. But we are focusing on the House of Chiefs on fire over referendum. There's another picture of Togbe Afede. So, reading a bit of it, the National House of Chiefs is on fire as the traditional rulers tear each other apart over the position on the upcoming referendum that could introduce multi-party sponsorship of candidates under the local level, provided the electorate votes yes on December 17th. Now, the original statement, the National House of Chiefs issued a statement last Friday urging electorates to vote no, similar to what the opposition National Democratic Congress is arguing or urging the public to do. But the Ochihini and the other prominent chiefs from the eastern region have also distanced themselves from the statements made by the president and the vice, and most of the chiefs are angry. So, you know, the National House of Chiefs represents, or probably like is a body of eminent chiefs that symbolizes some traditional and national authority. How can they not come to a compromise or a consensus? And even if you have different standpoints, why issue a statement in the first place?
Okay. I was going to use that as my last point, but since your question directs that too, let me just answer with my last point as my first point.
Okay.
In all this, all I sense is there's no unity. I don't see any unity here. I don't see togetherness amongst these chiefs. All I see is, okay, we are all equals. So like one heading the other. Okay. I don't need to confront one. Power struggle. I don't need to consult one to make a decision. I don't need to talk to anybody. This person expects you to come and ask for permission to write some. I don't see any togetherness.
Okay.
That aside, who made Togbe Afede? Who made him House of, what's that?
I think they vote.
Charlie.
Yeah, he's a chairman, but they vote.
Who made him chairman of the National House of Chiefs?
It's a representation from the regions.
Why would they give it to him?
So if the voter...
Why shouldn't they give
Please,
it to him?
isn't this Togbe Afede the same man who praised President Kufuor left, right, center, but immediately Mills came in? He switched to the NDC, telling Mills that in Kufuor's era, the airways were left out.
Meanwhile, he was a board member somewhere. Thank you.
We know the roads, Volta region, your road. In fact, it's smoother than Accra to Kumasi Road. But this man just jumped from Kufuor to Mills. That was the first put off. It was the first time he doesn't even qualify to be chairman for anything.
No, but if you're...
Because...
Why is it difficult for leaders such as these chiefs to follow simple rules that they themselves had set up? That before you come up with anything, there should be some consultation or deliberation. In this case, some of the chiefs are saying there was no they were not consulted on anything.
The chairman himself, I think, doesn't qualify to be a chairman. A chairman who can't bring all of these chiefs together.
He's not a unifier.
No, he can't lead. A leader must be able to bring people together, not to actually cause some problems for them to, even if they didn't consult the Ochihine and all the other chiefs that are talking now, even if he didn't consult them, if there was some sort of unity, some sort of togetherness, they would actually go see him in his closet. Oh, why would you bring out such a statement without consulting us, without confronting us?
Okay.
You know, we are all leaders, you know, talk to us. If they really are together, that's what I would have expected from the chiefs. But then again, and why does he head a group of equals and refuse to dialogue with them?
Or give them
Absence
the
of
necessary
dialogue. Respect. These are paramount chiefs. These are not babies. Talk to them. You know, this is what I want to do, or this is what I think should be done. What do you think? As my co-equals or as my chiefs, we are all in, you know, if you are appointed as a leader, you are not above anybody. In fact, you are the one to even work for the others. As a leader, you are the one to ask the others their opinions before you even bring it. They put you there just so that at least, no, when there is something, when there is a meeting, there's somebody who can even head, somebody who can speak for everybody.
Okay.
But it doesn't make you better than anybody. All that I see here is Togbe Afede. It's just too controversial to be a leader.
Okay, that's the fierce view. Now, Nana Kunidu, for leaders who, in time memorial, had, you know, had the role of adjudicating over matters to bring peace, conflict resolution, and at this point in time, they can't seem to find the use of their own skill, you know, to come to a consensus and decide on one thing.
Now, do you know if the other paramount chiefs didn't have a say before Togbe Afede came out? You don't know that.
No, that is their statement.
Why
never
would they
knew
bring out a
anything.
statement if really they were
There is
consulted?
like Efia said, it seems there is no peace. It's like they are all hating. Look, we know, everybody knows.
No, the story
Let's
would have
talk
been
with-
different.
My
As
dear,
in, he told
everybody-
me and I said no. But
everybody.
here is the case. We don't know
Okay.
in what capacity the statement was issued.
Since you won't let me talk,
Okay,
let me.
make your point.
Am I on the floor?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Everybody knows that Togbe Afede is one troublesome man. Everybody knows.
So we should get used to him.
I'm not saying we should get used to him.
Okay, so what's
but
your argument?
I don't think this man will just come out and spew anything at all without the total. Don't look at me like that.
A man
baby.
who can jump from one
Do not-
political party to the next can't come out to spew anything.
No. But come here is the case again. The paramount chief who came out to say that nobody had a say of what Togbe Afede came to say. This man, coincidentally, is from the Eastern region, and we all know the president is from the Eastern region, and it's one major.
So if he
should I
wasn't
say,
consulted, he wasn't
a butter in the
consulted.
bread for the NPPs. Everybody knows that, my dear. Everybody knows that. But then and again,
So he shouldn't have a voice because
I am not saying
The
that,
NPP
but
is
it's
in
very obvious that
That's-
this man is a paramount chief from the Eastern region. Oh, please.
and so
Look,
But it's not just
I am
the
not
Eastern
saying that.
region.
If you were on the, I didn't say anything, no.
Okay.
Please.
okay, make your point.
This man, again, this Togbe Afede man again, if he could just wake up and write a statement, issue a statement without the consent of the other paramount chiefs, vote him out. Take the
You have a
chairmanship
point there.
from him. If you think he's being a black sheep in the house, come on.
Work him out.
Exactly. Work him out. And now my reason. Let me come back to my reason for all Ghanaians on December 7th, they should vote no. I can give you a lot of reasons. But I know you give me 1 minute, right? Should
Yes.
I? I'll take that 1 minute for that. So you just go to Ifya and come back.
You see, the story is not about merits and demerits, yes or no. It's neither about
conduct.
yes or no, or merits
It's
or
on
demerits.
Paramount Chief, but it's the same referendum thing.
This is
You can't take that away.
Some
Let him make your point.
This is
Then
about
she should stop
a
looking
leader.
at me. Because when she
Because
keeps
I'm
looking
talking
at
to
me,
you.
Look at me.
she keeps looking at me.
Because
I
I'm
answer
talking
her.
to you. You are my target. You see? So, as a leader, if you can't do your consultation, your due diligence, you can do all that, and you just sit down, you write, you and your vice, you sit down, you draw something out, and you put all of them in. You say we are all involved, and they come out to say, you know what, we don't know a thing about it. Then you failed as a leader. Togbe Afede has failed as a leader, because even as I said, for a leader, and this is a situation whereby the majority, it brings me back to what I said about majority. When majority is against you, then it means there is something very wrong. So the people talking, it's not just Ochehene. The paper said all the other chiefs, especially the Eastern region chief.
Especially because that is
he
where the
one-
president is from.
No.
How?
Because
Especially that
he
is
is the one who actually
the butter in the bread for the
bread?
NPPs.
Because he
Tea
is the
bread.
actually
It will be tea bread.
No, I doubt it.
The
I
butter,
think brown bread.
brown bread. Okay, that's the butter for the
You see,
NPPs. What do you
because
expect?
he is the one actually came to voice it
Oh,
out.
please.
So basically,
'Cause he is very
the
concerned
attention
about
will
it.
be on him because he's
Because
not.
the president is from.
Why
oh,
would
come on.
he be?
Because the president is from his land.
No, this has nothing
Any
to do
other
with the
paramount
presidential.
chief
That's
could
what I
have
said.
come
Okay, I'll come
It
back
has
to you.
nothing
You
to
have
do
one.
with merits
No,
and demerits.
please don't take my. Oh, give her one.
It has nothing to do with merits and demerits, where the president who is the favorite or who isn't. It has everything to do with a leader being a leader and trying to even bring his other
So I
people
think
together.
her 30 seconds is
Okay.
up. Thank you.
Yes.
Now let
And
me
you
give
have
you the
30
reason.
seconds.
Now let me give you. I told you earlier on that I'll give you some reasons why I think Ghanaians shouldn't vote yes. Now, these local election thing, assemblymen, it brings one. It will bring division. Because already, look, it will bring division. Already,
Everything has brought division already.
Oh, already.
Some of these
already.
people are already being.
Please, I'm
sponsored
taking
by
my
the
30 minutes.
political
Oh,
party. Okay,
already, the ones at the top, we are having problems. Instability is going on there. What do you expect? Again, monetization. Where do you think these people will get their funds from?
Where have they been getting it?
Look, you do know when it's been when they go and vote yes, they will have to go through primaries. Do you know that? Where would they get all that money from? Now we have individuals who would stop looking at me like that. We have individuals who would want to help the community without involving themselves in any political party.
Nobody is stopping them from going independent.
But this is a case that you want us to go and vote yes.
No, if
so all these
at the
people
national
will
level,
go.
don't we have candidates who go
My
on
dear,
their own?
It's like you've taken 20 seconds of my time.
Okay,
But
then your
anyway,
time is up.
So I'm giving you 10.
Okay, thank you. Where do you put these people? They want to help the community.
There's a room for them.
No, there is no room when you go and vote.
Just be
yes.
a philanthropist.
Please, I
That's
want to be-
okay.
oh, I see.
Why
Don't
do you
go and
want
vote
to
yes,
go?
so
Okay, so just go through the issues and make a decision. But for our leaders, our chiefs, they need to actually come to a consensus. We don't want to hear chiefs fighting here and there because we know that they really have that conflict resolution skill. They should make very good use of it now. Let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, it's Girl Talk.
We're locked on Hello Entertainment Box.
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 On the Wow Lifestyle Show, you get to hear and learn about everything lifestyle that impacts on your general health and well-being, be it medical, social, economic, nutrition, lifestyle, name it.
I believe in God.
I don't believe in medicine.
Oh.
Having said that, if you still want to go on keto diet, my strict advice is it should be done under clinical supervision, and it should be something you do for only a brief period of time because the body was not meant to be on that for life.
9.
One more. And 10. Come up slowly.
Wow, I can feel this one. Indeed, the Wild Lifestyle Show is here to improve your life. Yes, your lifestyle, my lifestyle, our lifestyle. We definitely will be flying in good health. My name is Helena. I am the nutritionist and I'll be your pilot for this show.
Every weekday at 12 and 5 p.m., DNT Newsroom brings you the most topical, fact-based and up-to-date news from Ghana and around the world.
Politics, business, sports, and news from the diaspora, all covered in this comprehensive news update.
If it matters, DNT Newsroom will have it covered.
DNT News, be informed.
You're welcome back, and this is Girl Talk. Today's question is, what is worse, men with games on television or women and shopping? What is worse, men with games on television or women and shopping?
Me and shopping. Me and shopping.
Is worse.
Me and shopping.
It's worse.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen a boyfriend that will not leave the...
Just give me the card. Just give me the card and play. Give me your card. Oh.
So you haven't heard Adina's song? Odaya Dance in Sika.
There you go again.
They will not give you that attention.
What attention? Give
La
me
Liga, EPL.
And it's annoying. They can ditch everything.
Just as
To
I
be
can
on
ditch
the television,
everything, just give me your card, the
play
platinum.
games.
The most annoying
Just
is
give
the
it to me,
PlayStation.
the gold one. Let me just go and swipe.
Would he give?
You can be.
He won't.
He
You
wants
want.
to be there and see what you
You
do.
want, then you won't play.
You've
So
seen
then what do you
Dabo's,
do
Dabo's
about it?
video. Double.
The lady was actually going on shopping with Dabo, and Dabo was the lady was just picking, and she was just about picking the third thing, and Dabo was like, "Hey,
It's okay.
yeah, it's what happened, Cheney or Joe, yeah. When you're going somewhere with somebody, just alert me. You see, women love to shop. That is what I'm driving at.
Me, but I
Are the phone
stand with
lines activated?
Yes, the phone lines are activated. You can kindly call into the show. Let's hear your view, or send us a message. We'll read them for you.
Right. I stand with men with television, football. It's too. I don't know. I just
Well,
don't like
I think
I'm
you've
looking
not-
for a boyfriend who is not interested in football.
You know?
Like,
I think you've not met a man who is not even interested in all these things.
When it's time to play football, they come with their friends, and you can hear the noise.
And that's the fun of it.
Why?
If you are not going shopping, join them.
I
Hey,
think
you
we
will
have
see
a caller.
me. You
okay,
see me
so
in the
there's
middle.
a caller. Let's listen to the caller. Hello.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you reduce the volume of your TV set? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, please speak to us. We are listening.
Please, my name is calling from Old Dabuasi Junction in Taprade.
Dabuasi Junction. Okay. I know
In
that very well.
Taprade.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that song you sung right now.
Your song.
Odaya Dance in Sika. It's not my song, oh please.
No,
it's
no,
someone's song.
I know. But the reason why I want to talk about it is
Okay.
that some men know how to love, some doesn't know.
Okay.
Some like football, some like entertainment,
some
like
love to
so many
spend.
things in television.
Okay.
But to me, if you love your girlfriend or you love your wife more than those things, I think that one is better than.
I mean,
that is the
But
thing.
as
So
for
in
me,
moderation.
but as for me, I love my wife more than
Oh.
entertainment and football.
Oh.
That's not. I thought you were going to say you love your wife more than your girlfriend. Hello. Don't mind me. That was just by the way.
So, please, I want to told all the men that they should love their wife more than
the
and
football.
And, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Because once Bible says we should love our wives more than that.
Okay. Which quotation could that be?
Okay. Okay,
but you were thank you very much for calling.
If you're with I love my girlfriend more than, you know, there's one footballer who said
yes, one Ghanaian footballer.
You see, what you were saying about they will bring their friends and they will be making. You know what's more sexy? Join them. Right. Just be asking all the unnecessary questions.
Okay, so there's another.
So
caller.
Who is Ronnie?
There's another caller. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Tintin from McCarthy.
Okay.
From McCarthy.
Okay. On the girl talk.
Okay.
I think the word is women shopping. Like, no offense, no disrespect, but you know, most women shop because they want it, not because they need it.
Yeah.
And for me, I think that's a waste of money. But spending hours on games, they
that's no waste of time.
Mind and a lot of things.
Okay.
Yes, so that's my opinion.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Okay.
But what most people do not know is
we de-stress.
Thank you very much.
Shopping, we de-stress when shopping. I de-stress when I shop, when I get things I want, the comforts. That's why we have
sometimes
something
even
called
the window
comfort
shopping.
Food, comfort clothes, comfort. We do it for our soul. Maybe it's not a need, but if you have the money, it wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, as you were saying, you were talking about they bring their friends and they'll be making please join them and ask unnecessary questions.
Oh, no.
Hey, so is this one Rooney?
Look,
which one is Messi?
Look, you know there are guys who like literally when I come when my boyfriend, I'm not saying my boyfriend, but the guy, they even take advantage of you
when they are watching.
They don't even respect you. Okay. They do. No, we have a lot of them. My
just because
girlfriend,
you are
my boys are
them.
around. You come sit and then you talk to them. They are watching ball.
I'm talking to my boyfriend.
Oh, come on, how can you talk to your boyfriend?
No, he wouldn't have that here. For
No. He won't even pay attention to
so
you.
there's another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. You're welcome. Speak to us.
Okay, I'm Teddy. Who's calling from a family.
All right.
Yeah, I think I want to talk on the topic that you picked.
Okay.
That is the sexual compulsory something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just want to say is that I think in Africa or Ghana here in particular, I think we are not independent. Like we don't know what we want. That is why we stood there for the foreigners to decide for us what our children
should even study.
So it's like the independence or the freedom that we have. That somebody is dictating to us. They come to our country, tell us what to do, teach your children this and that and that. And I don't know, like we don't have a program for ourselves. Can you be in your house and your neighbor will come to you and tell you that teach your children what to do about sex? Give them this type of food to eat.
Okay, I think if you had made that point as
well.
Yeah. So and then coming to this referendum.
Yeah.
That's another problem. Listen, we have voted on partisan. We are choose delegates to go and choose somebody, anybody for us, and then we'll go and vote for. Why don't we, as a collective district or something, vote for whoever we feel is important, somebody who can drive the country, somebody who knows what we want. Because most of the time, just a few people go to a person room, take money, and then put anybody for us.
Okay. You have a point there. Thank you for calling.
Okay. I wanted to even ask him a question, but anyway, because I wasn't getting it clear.
So you have 30 seconds
to ask him. Well, to wrap up on everything, or just on the girl talk?
On the girl talk, obviously.
Okay. Yeah. Like I was saying, making too much noise. I know. Have time for your babe.
Sending the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring us popcorn. Bring us
baby, need water. Why didn't they bring water from their house? Is there a cinema?
We are not that sweet.
The moment they come in, you also take the card and you go out.
The problem is
that makes it worse.
Is he going to give it to you
Is he willing to give
to give his card to you?
Let me read two comments from Facebook.
Who are you guys dating?
Two comments from Facebook.
Nobody.
Nana Sapo Najaman Bedu says, leave our games alone.
Ah, this is a typical football lover.
And Ni Ofe, you are watching us right now. The game is just ours. So he is saying it's just ours.
Funny enough, to be honest with you, I've never had an experience with a guy who is crazy about games. You know, it's like when he gets it, you watch it, but it's not like a serious thing. They make an effort. No.
You haven't met that one, even when you are ill and waiting for him to pick you to the hospital. He's watching La Liga.
No, never.
If you are a lady and you have a guy like that, please let him go.
To be honest with you, never.
No, some of them are even husbands.
Some of them can tell you, oh, let's meet. Let's go and watch the game here. He knows maybe you are not interested.
I think we just have a last call.
Okay.
All right.
So I think the women are worse because we don't pause when we are shopping.
And the men are also worse.
Hello, I'm not going to pause
when we are playing
Trust
games.
me,
I'm
moving from.
It has to be balanced.
No, let me make a point. The PS4, the PlayStation, it is not cheap.
Exactly, it's
very expensive.
Yes, so people shouldn't think that it's just the game and we are just talking about games.
Trust me.
They need to play that game. It's equally expensive. So if a woman is buying
me, I won't pause because if I move from shoes, I'm going to clothes. If I move from clothes, I'm going to bags. If I move from bags, I'll go to shades. I'll go to earrings.
Will he give his card?
Why? If you give me your card, I have my own card.
Okay.
Why? And find your own card and shop. If he has a problem with it, he should go home and play his station.
People have ways of dealing with depression and stress.
Sometimes you just have to walk through
the money you pay for therapy. You can use that money to shop. And feel
even if you are not buying anything, go through the mall. Window shopping.
Okay.
It's depressing.
Window.
Have it in your mind. Oh, I need to get this. Later, come and get it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed yourself. But we also want you to still get interactive. You can leave your messages on our social media handles. We usually come live, watch the rest of our programs, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
La la.